There's certain lawsuits that I just love. Now, usually when it comes to police excessive force, either the police or guards in jail, that sort of thing, we've had scandal after scandal here in Southern California. There is a case going on right now where two former Oklahoma jail employees and their supervisors face misdemeanor cruelty charges. All right, what did they do? Okay, did they starve the inmates? They did not. Did they beat them mercilessly? They did not. Did they torture them? They did. And what did they do? They were handcuffed for hours, okay, and forced to stand, which is a legitimate complaint. But the one in which it is pretty well regarded, it could be regarded as a crime against humanity. That's how serious this is. They were made to stand for hours and listen to Baby Shark. Hours and hours of this. Wow. Okay, can you imagine that? That's hour after hour. I mean, that is spectacular. That's how they got Noriega, the dictator of Panama, where he was holed up. The United States really hadn't intervened, and it attacked it. Intervened in Panama, actually invaded, and there was Noriega, who was in the presidential palace, locked up, and they didn't want to go in and fight. So for weeks, they're out there and blaring metal rock at him. Hey, works for me. Okay, let's go ahead and take a phone call or two. Mark! Hello, Mark. You're up. Welcome.
Yes, I'd like to know if my notary public is okay to misspell September. It's spelled S-E-M-P-T. That's S-E-M-P-T for my grant deed.
Yeah, that's probably okay. That's probably okay. Like, what's your name, Mark? What's your last name?
Wong, W-O-N-G.
Yeah, now if it were Wong, what's your first name? Oh, Mark, right. Now, if it were Mark Hitler, that would probably be a little different. But September, nah, it's okay. It depends on what's spelled. You know, for example, dates that have significance. If there is something that has been recorded prior to a date that, in fact, is that is put in wrong and it affects ownership, that's a big deal. But misspelling September is not the end of the world. You should be okay.
It's in my living trust, and it got recorded.
It doesn't matter. You can change it. You don't have to change it. What is someone going to say? It's not September?
I don't know.
Well, let me put it this way. What person do you think is going to say that's not September, that's some other month? And then the question becomes, Mark, what other month could that be?
I don't know, but if I'm deceased, I won't be able to say anything.
Right? I'm sorry, because you're the only person on the planet that would say S-E-M-P-T is misspelled for September. Because the rest of the world is going to follow that spelling. You're fine, Mark, and you will be deceased. That's correct. Gee, is this spelled incorrectly? The only person in the world that knows whether it's spelled correctly or not is Mark, and there he is under the ground over there. Let's exhume him. Anthony! Hi, Anthony. Welcome to Handle on the Law.
Yes, sir. Thank you very much. I was denied service at a McDonald's drive-thru. I was on a motorized scooter, like a Lambretta.
And?
Yeah, it has I pay insurance, registration, it has license plates, and they said they couldn't serve me on something like that.
Well, they said they wouldn't serve you, right?
Yes, yes.
All right, so what's your question?
Is it a violation of my civil rights? Because I remember hearing on the news that somebody was denied on a mobility scooter. But I can understand that. McDonald's doesn't have insurance for things like that.
Sure they do.
Well,
sure,
you can't.
Sure. Of course, of course, insurance has mobility insurance for people that are on a mobility scooter under the ADA. But I don't think that. Here, let me ask you: the scooter that you're on, what's the brand?
It's a Chinese brand. It's like a Vespa or whatever.
Okay, so it's a knockoff of an Italian scooter, right?
Correct.
Ah, okay. Here's your problem. Under the law, legitimate scooters coming from legitimate companies that first created them are covered. Knockoffs from China are excluded from coverage under the Civil Rights Act. No, they can say no. Anthony, they can say no scooters, no service. No masks, no shirts, no bare feet, and no scooters. They can say that. There is no constitutional right to ride a scooter up to a McDonald's drive-thru. There is a constitutional right if you're in a vehicle in which you are limited to because you are disabled and it's legitimate. Do you see the difference between constitutional rights to be served when you're under a disability and constitutional rights when you're with a knockoff scooter that you hope people think it's the real thing because they don't think you're cheap?
Well, I had to pay insurance and I had to get registration.
Doesn't matter. Oh, so what? So what? Hey, how about this? I'm driving a massive truck with 6-foot wheels, and I drive past, and they say we're not going to lean up. We're not going to we're not going to open the door too close to the window. Get out of here. I have insurance for the truck. I'm renting the truck. It is legal. Why would you they say no?
Well, what's the difference between my scooter and a Harley Davidson driving up?
Well, first of all, one is a knockoff. One's made in China. The other's made in America. And there's a lot of pro-American sentiment. I don't know. Probably not. Are you saying that Harley Davidson they allow in Vespas they don't?
So that's racist. Then they denied me because I had a Chinese bike.
Yeah, there it is. Yep. It's the old racist scooter. Yeah, there's your cause of action. Discrimination based on a Chinese knockoff of a Italian-made scooter. I think it's a good case, actually. I really do. This is Handle on the Law.
I'm Brian Bruman, live from the KFI 24-hour newsroom. Phoenix, Arizona has outlined its plan to cut back on water usage from the Colorado River. A driver has been arrested after a 20-minute chase with police starting in Boyle Heights that ended in a fiery crash and that car being flipped on its roof. Somehow nobody got hurt. The Coast Guard has announced new safety rules for boats that was prompted after that deadly fire from the Conception off the Channel Islands that killed dozens of people. And we'll have a look at some trouble on the 91 next.
LA Water, holy smokes here. Did you know the EWG, it's a nonprofit environmental group, they found arsenic level 430 times what's considered safe. San Diego, just as bad. Newport Beach, well, I hope you like drinking haloacidic acid, but you're drinking 254 times the safe amount. So we know tap water is awful. And you're drinking, showering, bathing your kids in it with all these chemicals. That's pretty serious. Do what I did, called Purigan Water. They've been in business for over 35 years. And Purigan, man, it turns tap water into pure, clean, delicious water. And it comes with a free 6-stage alkaline drink system. So I know the holidays have just ended and money's a little tight. So Purigan is going to help you out. They can install both systems with no money down, no payments for 3 months, plus a lifetime service at no charge. Call Purigan right away. 844-80-WATER, 844-80-WATER, or the website, water.com. That's PuriganWater.com.
Purigan Man is your best friend to make your water pure again.
We're looking at a work zone on the 91 West.
That's in Long Beach, 91 westbound between Paramount and Cherry. The carpool and 2 left lane shut down there until about 9 this morning. Also in Gardena now, 110 southbound before El Segundo. There's a stall in the left lane there. Just backing up a little bit behind that, but heavy traffic in Gardena on the 91 westbound between Vermont and Prairie. If you're in Ontario, 10 eastbound at Euclid, they did clear this crash out of lanes. KFI in the Sky helps get you there faster. I'm Kathy Moses.
This report is sponsored by Indeed.com. Need new hires in the new year? You need Indeed to help find your next hire. When you sponsor a post, you get a list of quality candidates whose resumes on Indeed match your job description. Visit Indeed.com/credit.
Have you wanted to speak a new language but thought it'd be too difficult or take too much time? Then try Babbel. Whether you want to learn Spanish for future travel plans, French to connect with extended family, or maybe German to land a new job, Babbel works because it's built around real life. It teaches you everyday practical conversations that you'll actually use. All you need is 15 minutes a day, and you'll be on your way to confidently speaking a new language in just a few weeks. Babbel is designed by real language experts using a modern, conversation-based technique that makes learning fun, engaging, and best of all, memorable. It starts by teaching you words and phrases. Then sentences gradually get more complex. Soon you're practicing short conversations about real-life topics. And with 14 languages to choose from and lesson topics like travel, business, relationships, and more, you'll be sure to learn what matters most to you. Babbel, language for life. Learn a new language with ease. Go to Babbel.com to try for free. That's Babbel.com. Babbel.com.
This new year, you may be excited about a new device or focused on your New Year's resolutions. Make sure your new devices and your resolutions include protection. Norton 360 with LifeLock gives you device security, a VPN for online privacy, and LifeLock identity theft protection to help keep you safe. No one can prevent all cybercrime or identity theft, but you can cheers to a cyber-safe new year with Norton 360 with LifeLock. Save 25% or more off your first year at norton.com/join.
Exergen would like you to know about an important study just released by the FDA. It confirms what the medical community has known all along. Non-contact thermometers are not accurate. The study also reports that they fail to meet FDA requirements for accuracy in labeling. With new strains of COVID on the rise, we can't afford to tolerate the rampant false temperature readings from non-contact thermometers. Accurate temperature measurements are essential. You need Exergen thermometers because they're accurate and backed by over 100 clinical studies. Be sure. Be accurate with Exergen. Learn more at Exergen.com.
Every family should have a living trust, but not everyone wants to hire an expensive attorney and pay thousands of dollars to set one up. That's why you should use Laguna Legal. Laguna Legal is a California-based legal document service that can set up your living trust for just $950. A complete estate plan for just $950. Laguna Legal makes the process of legal paperwork simple, smooth, and affordable. With their affordable living trust package, you'll have everything you need to protect your family from probate and avoid inheritance taxes. Laguna Legal also specializes in divorce mediation, setting up corporations, and preparation of many other legal documents. Laguna Legal offers direct electronic recording services throughout the U.S. For more information on a $950 complete estate plan or to access the online questionnaire, visit LagunaLegalHelp.com. That's LagunaLegalHelp.com or call 800-915-2345. 800-915-2345. The employees of Laguna Legal are not attorneys and cannot give legal advice. They are bonded and certified legal document assistants. Laguna Legal works closely with several attorneys who can give you the legal advice you need. Call 800-915-2345.
Look, staying healthy isn't easy. Watching your diet, hitting the gym, avoiding stress. But a good night's rest helps boost your overall health and wellness. And it couldn't be easier. The Sleep Number 360 Smart Bed effortlessly adjusts in response to both of you. The result? You wake up ready for anything. Proven quality sleep is life-changing sleep. Don't miss our weekend special. Save up to $1,000 on Sleep Number 360 Smart Beds, plus special financing. Ends Monday. Special financing subject to credit approval. Minimum monthly payments required. See store for details.
If you own a business and manage to keep 5 or more people on the payroll through the pandemic, there's a new government program that will pay you tens of thousands of dollars per employee. And this is not a loan. This is a grant. The challenge is getting your hands on this money. This is a bureaucracy. InnovationRefunds.com cuts through the red tape, helps you get the cash. They do all of the legwork. They don't charge a penny until you receive the money. And what they do is simply share a percentage of the money they get for you. They got my business a 6-figure refund. Now, their average client gets $250,000. That's impressive. Go to InnovationRefunds.com, click on the Qualify Me button, answer a few questions. InnovationRefunds.com. It's no risk, and it certainly is high reward. InnovationRefunds.com. They help me. I'm sure they can help you. innovationrefunds.com.
You've been lied to. Lied to by corrupt Washington politicians and the Wall Street propaganda machine. Hi, I'm Inc. magazine best-selling author Brett Kitchen, and I want to give you a free copy of my brand new book, Wealth Beyond Wall Street, because we all know another market crash could be right around the corner. After losing 35% in my IRA in the crash years ago, I said enough, and since then I discovered a way to grow money potentially double digits, reduce taxes dramatically, and also have my money protected when the next stock market crash hits. When the next market crash hits, you lose nothing. Call Wealth Beyond Wall Street now to get your free copy and talk with a specialist to discover this little-known strategy to get potential double-digit growth during good years and never lose when the next stock market crash hits, all while building a tax-advantaged retirement. Call 800-908-1616 to discover this asset that people like Walt Disney and J.C. Penney use to grow wealthy. Plus, get one of just 97 free books left. We even cover shipping and handling, no credit card required. Call 800-908-1616. That's 800-908-1616, 1-800-908-1616.
Are you suffering with nerve pain and numbness in your back, legs, and feet? Do you suffer from leg cramping, sciatica pain, pain when you walk, prickling or tingling sensations in your hands and feet? Have you tried all of the pain treatments, the shots, the pills, yet you are still suffering with chronic pain caused by peripheral neuropathy, spinal stenosis, or a failed back surgery? Here is good news from Dr. Philip Yu, founder of the 21st Century Pain Institute. You may now have hope of reducing or even eliminating your pain with new non-surgical options, like the new laser-guided stem cell therapy, which is helping millions live pain-free. If you're in pain, be one of the next 27 callers and receive Dr. Yu's special back, legs, and foot exam. Regularly $375, but only $97 if you are one of the first 27 callers. If you are in pain, grab your cell phone, dial pound 250 and say, pain-free. To receive the special $97 back, leg, and foot exam, grab your cell phone, dial pound 250 and say, pain-free. On your cell phone, dial pound 250 and say, pain-free.
If you're injured and need a lawyer, go to handleonthelaw.com.
KFI AM 640. More stimulating talk.
Welcome back to Handle on the Law. Arthur! Hello, Arthur. Welcome. Arthur. Yes, sir.
I have to take you off speaker.
Yes, that would be nice.
There.
There you go.
Yeah, no, I want to know, how do we transport a corpse from one state to another?
Yeah, bunch of different ways you can do it. Okay. You can drag them across, and leave a trail. That's one way of doing it.
Well, that's going to make it a little difficult.
Okay.
I'm going to be the corpse.
Oh, yeah, that is a little difficult. Actually, I think you just in your case, throw you in a box and just drive you across. I don't think there is any law that limits state-by-state transportation of a dead person. Internationally is a different story. Internationally, you need permits. Both countries need to be apprised and have to okay it. You have to be quarantined, especially for COVID. You have to show your shots when you go into another country that you've been immunized in case of the transmission of COVID or other diseases. They do want, if you haven't, and there's a two-week quarantine in a hotel room. So yeah, I don't think there's any limit. You're fine. Yeah, and if there is any paperwork, the mortuary takes care of it. I mean, you don't deal with it at all.
Well, I'm on the wheeled body program.
Okay.
I'm in Arizona because for some reason, I'm under the impression that to will it into a state, you have to be a resident of the state.
Oh, no, it doesn't work that way. I don't understand. I don't understand.
I travel up to Washington.
Yeah, but hang on a minute. Let's think about this for a moment. Right? You have a family plot in New Orleans, and you happen to be on a vacation, or you happen to be on a business trip, and you pop over in another state. You need a permit to move one state to the other. I don't understand. That doesn't make a lot of sense.
Okay.
You can move everything else across state lines. I don't know why you can't move bodies. When do you plan on, by the way, when do you plan on dying? Arthur, you seem reasonably healthy. When do you plan on dying?
It depends on which one of my quacks you talk to. One guy gave me 6 months about 5 or 6 years ago.
Okay.
Another guy gave me 2 years about 3 years ago.
All right, what do you have? What are you suffering from?
Pickled liver.
Pickled liver. Yeah, you did a fair amount of drinking, huh?
Yeah, I've got my share.
Okay, good enough. Robert, hello, Robert. Welcome to Handle on the Law.
Okay, my question is, I stay in a convalescent home. I'm on Social Security. The convalescent home is my payee. I received the $1,200 stimulus check. For 4 weeks, I asked for $20. On the 5th week, I asked for $20, and they told me they used my money because I had a sheriff cost. And my question to you is, were they allowed to do that right there? And if not, how could I get that money back?
You know, that's a very good question. Where the stimulus check goes to the individual, of course, but the way the care system in the United States, depending on what governmental system you have, they're allowed to take all the checks, Social Security checks, etc., to maintain you. And whether that stimulus check falls under that kind of program, for example, here in California, we have a Medi-Cal program, but you have to have no assets. And that's the only way you can register. You have to be poor to register. And they look at all the different assets, and they look at all the money coming in. And so, I don't know the answer to that. It's a very good question. Whether the stimulus checks are eligible, I don't know if that's been answered even, whether the stimulus checks are allowed to be kept by the individual. Right. Morgan, that's the one question this hour in which I'm allowed to be wrong, okay? So from now on, you say, Bill loves your question, and he's always right. Jennifer! Yes, ma'am.
Hello.
Yes.
So my question is, I've been renting a house since 2014, and I have a very good landlord. And we had a leak in a pipe where they've had to demo the entire downstairs. The house is considered uninhabitable right now. So I've been staying in a hotel while they do the repairs. And I've been in a hotel since February 12th. And my question is, am I responsible for the rent while I've been temporarily displaced? Because I paid full rent on February 1st. But I've been out of the house since February 12th, and when the March rent was due, I emailed my landlord, and he said he'd take $1,000 off, so I ended up paying $1,750 for March, but they haven't even begun the repairs yet, so I wasn't sure if I was legally responsible.
Well, you're legally responsible for the rent, and the landlord's legally responsible to maintain you if he can't provide the premises. You're not allowed to have a double hit. In other words, you can't be in a situation where you don't pay rent and the landlord's paying for you to stay someplace else, because you have free tenancy at that point. So depending, there's a couple arguments both ways. I'm paying full tilt. And I'm getting crap. I can't even cook my own food, and that's costing me a fortune. So there's an argument there. You can go a bunch of ways. You can simply say, I need a true reduction of rent that, in fact, accepts the fact that my tenancy is much lowered because of the circumstances, or I don't pay rent at all. And you have to pay a portion of what I'm paying. I don't know. It depends on the local ordinance. Every ordinance is different. So I would check. What city are you in?
San Diego.
All right.
Right now I'm paying rent and paying for the hotel.
Oh, that you can. No, that doesn't work. I'll tell you right now, you paying rent and you paying for your hotel room, that's a no-no. So check with the rent stabilization people, the people in the city that control the rent, because they're aware of what the state requirements are, the county requirements, and of course any local requirements. This is Handle on the Law.
I'm Brian Berman, live from the KFI 24-hour newsroom. The late Sidney Poitier is being remembered in Hollywood.
People have come to Poitier's star to say their goodbyes to the actor. This man from the Caribbean says it was the obvious choice to go to Poitier's star and show his respect.
He was up first. For people like Will Smith, Denzel Washington.
He says he and his family would watch Poitier's movies with pride. Another man who came to Poitier's star says he was the nicest person he met. In Hollywood, Blake Trolley, KFI News.
The Supreme Court is considering whether to axe two of the Biden administration's COVID-19 vaccine mandates. The High Court heard arguments yesterday about the mandates for businesses and also for healthcare workers. Justice Alina Kagan says OSHA has done a good job to show that the mandates make sense.
The agency has done everything that stands on its head to show quite clearly that no other policy will prevent sickness and death to any real right to degree distinguished.
The White House says it's confident that the Supreme Court will keep the mandates in place. A man in 21 has been arrested for allegedly stabbing two people, killing one. The stabbing happened Thursday at Centennial State Park. A man got into a fight with two other guys, and that's when the stabbing happened. Peter Sinai Medical Center in LA is having a blood shortage. The hospital is asking anyone who's able to donate to please do so. If you want to donate, you can register online. A-negative blood is known as the universal donor blood type, and it's the one most needed because it can be given in emergency situations when a patient's blood type is unknown. O-positive blood is the second most needed because it's the most common blood type found in about 37% of the population. More than 200 members of the California National Guard have been called in to help at COVID-19 testing sites. Governor Newsom says the Cal Guard members will be deployed at 50 testing sites across the state, and more Cal Guard members are expected to be deployed next week. Looking at a stall in Gardena on the 110 North.
That's right. It's in South LA, 110 north on Ed Vernon. It's in the fast track lanes there. It's just slowing down just a little bit, but now we're hearing about another problem in South LA. This is a Sigler. It's on the 110 southbound at Manchester. On-ramp is shut down here because of some police activity going on there, so you won't be able to use that on-ramp. If you're in Mission Hills, 118 east on just past the pole, but there's a stall in lanes here. It's a trailer, and no lanes are actually specified there, but it's backing up a little bit behind that. And also in Roland Heights, 60 east on at Nogales. This crashed in the two right lanes of the on-ramp. Overturned big rig here. That's going to be there for a bit. You're on the brakes from Fullerton Road. KFI in the Sky helps get you there faster. I'm Kathy Moses.
Have you wanted to speak a new language but thought it'd be too difficult or take too much time? Then try Babbel. Whether you want to learn Spanish for future travel plans, French to connect with extended family, or maybe German to land a new job, Babbel works because it's built around real life. It teaches you everyday practical conversations that you'll actually use. All you need is 15 minutes a day, and you'll be on your way to confidently speaking a new language in just a few weeks. Babbel is designed by real language experts using a modern, conversation-based technique that makes learning fun, engaging, and best of all, memorable. It starts by teaching you words and phrases. Then sentences gradually get more complex. Soon you're practicing short conversations about real-life topics. And with 14 languages to choose from and lesson topics like travel, business, relationships, and more, you'll be sure to learn what matters most to you. Babbel, language for life. Learn a new language with ease. Go to Babbel.com to try for free. That's Babbel.com. Babbel.com.
Southland weather from KFI. Highs in the upper 50s to mid-60s at the beaches, mid-60s in Metro LA and OC, upper 50s to mid-60s in the inland valleys, and low to mid-60s in the IE.
First. Put more for inside the 2011 Acura MDX. The 2011 MDX features an all-aluminum V6 engine that is both powerful and fuel efficient.
Sharp character lines combine with a wide stance to create an aggressive yet elegant shape. Dynamic proportions are achieved thanks to stylish alloy wheels fitting perfectly inside the fenders. The 7-passenger MDX has doors that open wide for easy entry and exit. The power tailgate opens with the touch of a button. Underbody vehicle components are protected by the skid plates, allowing this vehicle to overcome difficult off-road terrain.
Acura prioritized handling and performance with features such as XM radio, optional rear entertainment system, and power front seats. With split folding second and third row seats, the MDX offers a wide variety of passenger and cargo combinations. The available Acura navigation system features a new display and voice recognition system with continuously updated traffic and weather information.
The super handling all-wheel drive technology enhances cornering and maneuverability. The rear view camera activates when you engage reverse gear to assist when parking.
The 2011 Acura MDX. With potent V6 power and performance equipment integrated throughout, this vehicle hits the sweet spot, merging extravagance with rock-solid off-road manners.
Coco. Coco. Okay. Very pretty. Nice and nice. Robert Emily, what? Coco, cameo. Tango, cameo portrait. Coco. Boy, back. Very nice. Saturday. Daddy, after mommy eat breakfast, let's go together. A good idea? Yeah. Right now Daddy go to work. Don't know what it is Daddy need to work. Daddy need to cut the grass. Yes. Baby saved under 5 days.